Hello everybody and welcome back to more La-Mulana. In the last episode we found out some stuff about the philosophers and were able to speak to a couple of them. In this episode I intend to speak to a couple more of them, or at least one more. And the other philosopher that we can find is located in the Tower of the Goddess. You can kill invisible enemies, hooray! Okay, so what you want to do is come right over here and walk right in. Samaranta, the philosopher of power. So the mother's soul is inside the shrine of the mother, and that's where that's basically where the final boss is. We've traveled through these ruins, and the four philosophers, when you speak to each of them, they'll open up a new path. Except for the first one, he didn't open up anything. We need to seek Phobos and Giltorio. For the other ones, we found Giltorio, I think. And that's good. I guess I'm the chosen one then. Fascinating. So, speaking to that philosopher opens up something interesting. If I can find it. I'm on the wrong screen. Let's go this way and kill invisible enemies from behind where they can't see us. Alright, over here. There. That is where you need to go. This is the source of an absolutely diabolical puzzle. This is, without a doubt, one of the hardest puzzles in the entire game. Essentially what it is that there are tablets throughout the entire world of La-Mulana, or entire ruins that is, with information on different crystals. It includes weight, attributes like different emotions, color, and I think a couple of them repeat. Basically all that is leading up till this. Not only do you need to find those and figure out how to balance each of them, but there's a catch. There's actually something more. If we go back over to the Mausoleum of the Giants and head to a certain spot, you can't find this until you're able to double jump, but what you need to do is go up here, ow, and then jump down to the left, and then double jump right here, stand on the scale, and it'll read 61. That's basically your key. That's how much La Mesa weighs. Once you have that number, you can return to the Tower of the Goddess, and you're able to solve the puzzle. Here's what you gotta do. Now, personally, I'm not gonna go through all the trouble of having to find all those individual tablets, read all of them, do all the math and trial and error and stuff, and then calculate in La Mesa's weight. So instead, I'm just gonna get out my hand scanner, read the tablet. If thy spirit is balanced and just, the power shall be granted. And this initiates the puzzle. Now, there are 7 different crystals, and you need to decide which side they're going to go on. Let me get a minute to look this up, because, as many people have, they're not going to bother with this. It's a really difficult puzzle, and it can get really annoying. 1 second. Okay, so it turns out there's actually a pretty easy solution. Left. Left. Right. 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 Left. And left. After that, no more gems are there. And the scale is still imbalanced, so you have to jump on the right side in order to balance the scales and reveal your treasure. This is the Flail Whip, the final upgrade to the whip, and it is more powerful than the axe. The axe does 5 damage, the Flail Whip does 6. It boasts exceptional attack power, so obviously this is the weapon I'm going to be using now. It is an optional weapon, of course, but it is one of the most powerful weapons in the game. There's another one that we'll get near the end that's just as powerful, but for now, this is basically the Infinity -1 sword. Now where to go? Well, now that we have the Flail Whip and we solved that very annoying puzzle, I need to go back to the endless corridor. So, let's heal up first. Surface. Let's take a look at what Elder's output has to say. I am still alive. Yep, there are still many areas that are completely unknown. You know what, let's let him take a look at the maternity statue. See what he has to say about that. Heh. His output ain't into married woman. Good to know. Oh, he's just saying the same thing again. Repeat text. Alright. So, yeah, the La-Mulana ruins are huge. Flail Whip is the best thing ever. So, not only is it more powerful than the axe, but it's also obviously faster than the axe. The only reason you'd want to use the axe over the Flail Whip is because the axe has a higher range, and you can hit things more easily with it. Alright, so once I'm done healing, there we go. We can head back to the Endless Corridor. Now there's something that I need to do. Ooh, we can kill those guys in one shot now. Wow. What a privilege. Alright, so if you remember, I stopped last time after getting down to the last floor of the Endless Corridor because I didn't want to proceed any further. Quick note about the Silver Shield. If you get hit enough times, if the Silver Shield gets hit enough times, it'll eventually kind of disengage, but you can easily reload it by just tapping C twice, and it kind of resets the amount of damage that the shield has taken. So head up here, and we find ourselves in the Shrine of the Mother. However, we can't get through these skull wall looking things, so we're gonna have to go back down. That can wait till later. Alright, so let's continue going down. We've solved all these puzzles already, so there's no need to waste any time. We can just keep heading through until we get down to the bottom. I highly recommend trying to grab a healing fairy here, because it'll be useful for not only the bottom floor, but also what comes after. Now you may be wondering, since the Endless Corridor is on the front side, it's connected to the Mausoleum of the Giants, why have we not seen a boss or an Ankh yet? That's because the Endless Corridor is a special case. Ah! Ow. I'll get into more of that later once we get to the backside of this place, but just for now, don't question the fact that there's no boss, and just kind of move on. I do also like how the background shows like the sun setting and eventually going into nighttime. Alright, here we are. There's a big eye over there. It's kind of ominous. The one-eyed and 100-eyed shall appear. Return with the one-eyed, and the 100-eyed shall lose its strength. Beyond that lies everything. That's the one-eyed. His name is Backbeard. I don't know why. Basically, he acts like Abu from the Mario series. If you look at him, he'll close his eye and won't move, but if you're facing away, he'll open it and he'll move towards you. Regarding these horse things, I did see them earlier in this place, but I didn't comment on them. What they do is they basically randomly spawn in 3 different sizes. The small horses are harder to hit, but they don't have much life and they don't do much damage. The large horses do a lot of damage and they shoot Anubis-style lasers, and the medium horses are completely invincible. Alright, so as you might notice, there's a Lamp of Time charge station thing over there, and there's a certain pot down here that you definitely want to break, because it contains so much money. I don't know why this pot is the only one that contains that much money, but it just does. So make sure whenever you come here to open that pot, or break that pot, or whatever, to get all that cash. Go through the horse. Interesting to note is that when you get on a ladder, whichever way you're facing is the way that you're technically facing when you climb the ladder. So over here we have the 100-eyed, as you can see, and a weight, or a pedestal. Place something on that pedestal and you'll hear something far away open. Ow. Now we need to make our way all the way back through this bottom floor. It's good to mention that right now, Backbeard, or the One-Eyed as you might prefer to call him, is completely invincible. We can't do anything to hurt him. That's why we needed to press that switch. Because that activates a switch back here, which will eventually solve the puzzle for us. It's not really a puzzle as much as it's just kind of a test of skill. But that lures Backbeard over here. I'm out of weights. That is a problem. And as you might notice, he looks a little bit different. Now, one thing that might be useful to know is that you can take out chakrams right here, and you can only hit Backbeard when he's turned around. I need to get that chakram back before it despawns. Come on, just die. There we go. Alright, he's down. One more to go. And that's the 100-eyed. The 100-eyed isn't actually that bad. Really, the One-eyed is a lot harder to take out, and once you take him out, you're pretty much good to go. However, I would like to have some weights, because weights are something that literally are the key to doing anything in this game. So, say you want to hit this guy. You take out your whip and you go boom, 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 boom. He turns blue instead of red. Any other weapon than the axe has no effect. Hit him with the axe, and he'll launch every single one of his eyes at you in an attack that really doesn't do all that much damage. It does 2, which is why he's really not that much of a problem. Kill him, you get your money and XP, and the gateway opens up. That's a 9. That's a 9. Guess where this leads to?